Hey guys, it's the History Nerd and we're back with another exciting episode of Stellaris. Well, not really another episode. It's a new series. One of these days, guys, I tell you, one of these days, we'll get farther than episode 6 in this thing. I've gone ahead and remade the Terran Republic. For those that are interested, mass drivers, warp travel on Earth, a xenophile militarist materialist. I've decided not to go for any of the focused ones. So the xenophile will get a bit of a trust growth going. We'll get some good militarist stuff with rivalry, influence gain, and weapons damage and war happiness, which is always a good thing. And materialist just to get build costs down and our physics output up a bit. We are rolling with the Military Republic. There are a lot of people out there who say this is a pretty useless government type. Military junta is probably better, and I would agree with that if you're min-maxing, but from a roleplay perspective, I think I just like the Terran Republic, because it's a lot like Starship Troopers, right? So that's what we're going with. I mean, obviously we're not going for a Starship Troopers game, otherwise we'd be xenophiles. But we will get army damage increase and army upkeep decreases, as well as military station build costs being cheaper, and our military station damage being higher, which you guys could totally see on the screen. So I think that's enough of that. Let's get rolling. Now, I had a request to do a huge star system, so why not? I think we'll go with Forearm again. Again, it's just nice to get that sort of galactic geography going on. Now, if I wanted to, we would go with hyperlanes to really get the geography going crazy, but we're not going to do that. I am going to drop this down to 19, so we'll have 20 empires in total, which should be good, and I will drop down the advanced AI starts to 3. We'll leave our fallen empires up to 4 because, you know, that's just a good thing to do. The habitable worlds will leave their AI aggressiveness and difficulty will keep the same. We'll allow anyone to fly around the galaxy any way they choose. That's fine with me. I'm going to set this to I guess, random, but I'm also running the no clusters mod. It's really the only other mod that I run with these days. So we got that going on, so we'll have a nice little bit of space to expand out. Now, I am going to quote-unquote cheat just a little bit here. I don't want advanced neighbors. So we're going to turn those guys off. Endgame crises are obviously going to stay on. And Iron Man, I never turn Iron Man on. That's right, I've got over 400 hours in this game and not a single achievement. It's great. So first thing we obviously need to do is take the Doolittle under command of Felix Erickson. Start surveying the system that we're in. What else? We need our research. Research speed right off the bat. That seems like a very good thing to do. It's going to take a while. It certainly appears. We'll get our colony ship going. And I think we'll go with engineering facility. So we'll get a boost to all research, colony ships, and another boost to engineering research, provided we, do the things right. We get one of them built. Get one of those stations built. There we go. Now, we're going to take a look at Earth here. We've got 8 people and 3 food. So this means we can probably, well, no, we can't really shift anyone around, which is fine. We've got 1 blank energy and 2 engineering. So already I'm feeling fairly confident with my research selections. I like that a lot. So because we've got enough food, we're producing minerals. I don't think we need to clear away any tiles just yet. So we can go ahead and leave the tiles not cleared. Speaking, it's what I'm good at, supposedly. Taking a look at the galaxy, we're right into the galactic core, so that's something. We'll at least be able to scout out around here, and it looks like we got a pretty dense collection of stars in our closest area. So that's a good thing. That should be pretty darn helpful. We can already see Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri 3 here is a habitable continental world. It's only size 12, so it's the same size as Earth. No, it isn't. It's it's much smaller than Earth. But who knows what it'll hold. It could be something good and exciting. We got nothing really going on in Pash or Barnard Star, so we can go ahead and unpause the game and start sending our fleet out to explore. So I think what we're going to do, as you guys can see, is cover this sector of space first. Might as well, because there's really not a whole heck of a lot going on. Well, not a whole heck of a lot. There could be a whole heck of a lot going on here. We might as well find out, because this is going to be really Terran Republic space. I think that's fairly clear. We can even kick this up to speed 2 if we want. And we want, indeed. I'm going to wait just a little bit for our science ship to do some more surveying in Sol. But we got some Griffins. The Terran Republic has finally encountered fellow wanderers among the stars. Despite their intentions being unknown and potentially even hostile, the atmosphere on Earth following the report from our contact fleet can best be described as rapturous. Yay! And they are space whales, so that's good. Won't have to worry about them getting all up in our grill trying to fight us. We can just go and happily check this stuff out. So, Stellaris, man, considering my time away, there are quite a few things that have changed between the 1.3 and 1.4 patches that have come out. So there's going to be a lot for us to explore. Obviously the enclaves. We've got the war in heaven. Oh, I should put this offline. There we go. That'll make life a little bit easier. And the other thing I'm going to do, we're just going to get rid of these, because I don't really use the hotkeys. I can understand why, people like hotkeys. And for some games, it is, truly necessary to effectively work with things with hotkeys, but the pace of Stellaris is slow enough that we don't need to worry about it. We got some spooks. Where are the spooks? I guess they're over here? Or are they back here? I don't know where the spooks are, but we found some. So we'll get to researching those guys soon. Right, it wasn't like a minor power there. We got an ocean world over here in Kiad. We'll just obviously get the rest of that situation sorted. What are we gonna go? Well, yeah, we're obviously gonna get that first. I think before we do too much, getting power stations built is gonna... Oh, hold on. If we're gonna spend 90 energy or 90 minerals, let's get that on Saturn, where we're gonna get even more energy. Oh, look at that! Well, let's pause this. First off, I'm surprised that this popped up quickly without having to do any sort of research whatsoever. We've recovered artifacts from an ancient alien civilization on Titan. From what we have translated so far of their language, we have learned that these aliens called themselves the Assyrian Concordat. They were an interstellar power that held sway over this region of the galaxy a little over 1 million years ago. They appear to have 6-limbed mammals, and there are several references to some sort of plague that killed them off. I want to pause for a second. It looks like over yonder we've got some kind of other space civilization. I don't know why I keep zooming in or out. But we'll make contact with those guys. It doesn't look like they're a fallen empire, so that's good. And we're our fleets are a little more powerful than theirs, so I guess if we wanted to be jerks, we could go and attack them right away. We'll have to see, you know, what their makeup is to decide if attacking them is going to be good or if it's just going to be, you know, not worth the effort. They might prove to be good allies, and honestly, you know, having an ally this close, there's nothing wrong with that. But if the spooks wind up being some kind of xenophobe crazies, then we'll probably have to kill them sooner than later. Hopefully they don't kill us. That would be a horrible way to end this. Looks like we got a continental world that's not really all that great. So,
construction complete.
All right, we got that energy station done. How many more things have you got to research? 4 more things, and then we can move on into Alpha Centauri and take a look at what could become our, well, what will become our first colony. Excellent. Dr. Erickson, or I guess Captain Erickson, he is the commanding officer of a vessel, has gained a level. That's always good. There's some good planets over here. These spooks, man, they got a good setup. Have we already been here? We have. Okay. We got 2 more systems before we gotta come back around this way. And yeah, we know what's there. Do we know what's in Cherub? We do, so I would bet we know what's in Julau. But I don't think... Satyrs? I don't think we know what's here, do we? No. So that'll be the first planet we go to. Look at that! We got yet another group of people here. I mean, for a no clustered start, this is looking a little clustered. Anyway, let's jump back over here and we will scout out some of these systems. In fact, we can unpause while we do that. Oh, that's poor pathing. Poor pathing, but that's okay. We will make do, and this is also poor pathing. But again, that's okay. We'll leave them there, because this will give us a nice little view of what's over here.
System survey complete.
And that's the Sol system fully surveyed, so let's go head on out to Alpha Centauri, see what we can find there. And then, of course, Barnard Star and Pash, because there might be some goodies to build some stations on. What else we got to go? So that is it in the Sol system. I'm not all that impressed, but we can take care of all the rest of the mining operations in Sol now and get that under our belt, because that'll be good to do. How's our research? Slow indeed. Imagine you're going to be finished soon. We're going to need 51 minerals to get a science station up, which we've got now, so we might as well do that. Our energy should be able to handle it, especially as we get some more from our mining stations. We should be coming in on some unexplored space soon. And then we can just, you know, we can build out the Empire. So I don't necessarily have too much of a plan yet. That's actually right there. So we can get a processing facility, a power hub, and a frontier clinic, all doing things that it should. We got some good physics research going on this planet. A little bit of energy. It's certainly not going to be a star, but, well, obviously not a galactic star, but a star within the Empire. Alpha Centauri here is not going to be the world's greatest colony. And in fact, Sirius might be just a little bit better with their size 15 Terran world, which will be nice. Still nothing as big as Earth, so we're dealing with kind of smaller colonies, although that ocean world, we'll probably snag that ocean world before too long as well. No hostiles yet. Well, I mean, I say no hostiles. We don't know what those two guys are like, but no, like, space worms or, you know, pirates or things of that nature, so actually expanding shouldn't be too difficult just yet. We got our surface construction queue done there. And just for the time being, we can swap that over so we get some Well, hold on here. Does that make a well, it makes a little bit of a difference. Okay, we'll leave it for now then. We don't really need the research that badly. So you go here, which we discover, and then one more. Because I don't think... Oh, no, we've been there. Okay. It would be nice if, like... I don't know how you would do this. Because obviously if a system gets, surveyed, it goes white. Otherwise it's gray. But I would like to have something where it's like, hey, you at least know what planets are here without having to actually go into the system view. But I don't know how you would do that. Like, you'd have to do grayscales or something of that nature. And it's probably, in the long run, not worth much of an effort to do that. And that's okay. We don't need it. We can easily go into the systems and check things out. Alright, that's Alpha Centauri done. Let's go to Sirius and let's check. Yeah, we already checked that. We're definitely going to be going for that. Look at that. 5 physics research. Oh, that's so good. Physics research off the sun. Well, it may not make all the sense in the world. It's still pretty nifty. Okay, so you guys are done, so we might as well... Wait a second, we've already been here, haven't we? We've been here, we've been there. We haven't been here, though. And we haven't been here. So, take you and go like so. Now we should have some kind of space monster on a black hole, I would think. Maybe not. We'll do something like that. Yeah, that seems good. And then that'll give us a nice little view that way. It gives us a nice little view this way. We can send the rest of the fleet home and start on building up some mining stations in and around the systems. Because there's no point in really expanding on Earth just yet. We got the Hobgoblins. What do we got with the Hobgoblins? Looks like we got ourselves some kind of pirate base. I have a feeling 6467619 might be a worthwhile asteroid. Are you guys going to come and engage? No? That's fine. Only 1,000 power fleet, so it shouldn't take us too long to get a fleet to match them. We got some more minerals going on in Sirius. That's exciting. Some might even say it's pretty darn serious. Ha ha ha. Oh. My cleverness knows no bounds. We are actually going into a Gargantua, aren't we? Gargantua. I've not been reading spoilers on the story aspects that have been added. Ooh! Oh, you're just a space age minor civilization on a planet that fits me, so we might have to go talk to those guys and see if we can convince them to join the Republic. We've also got some pretty juicy continental worlds there, which we may have to make sure we get. Oh yeah, it's the Infinity Machine! That's neat. I'm excited. The Infinity Machine should be giving us good things. We got the continental world. Is that... I'm getting myself confused. Right? Yes, of course I am. As the first fleet approaches the Gargantua black hole, they find that they are not alone. At the edge of the event horizon it soars, reflecting light from the stars being drawn into the dark, gaping hole, a gigantic construction in the shape of a perfect sphere. We cannot pick up any signals from it, nor does anything we send make it respond. It simply sits at the edge of the abyss, waiting.
Situation log.
We're going to dig into that when we get a chance to. Right? The technosphere. Right there. We could track that on the map. But we'll see what happens. Contact report, Leviathan. We have now found beings far surpassing anything encountered in our Empire's spacefaring history. To be fair, we're 3.5 years into traveling through space, so, take that with a grain of salt. Life capable of growing to an unprecedented scale, rivaling moons in size and mass. Nothing could have prepared us for this. This day will forever mark a turning point in the story of the Terran Republic. Let us hope we survive long enough to tell it. It is indeed awe-inspiring. I'm just gonna turn the music down ever so slightly. The crescendo it reached as I was reading through the Leviathan pop-up there was a little loud in the old ear holes. We now know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Earth. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalog the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable, life-bearing worlds. You bet! In fact, we can knock 3 of those out of the park just by going to Tiffin here. So we'll be getting that done quick, and I think Leafy will count, even though it's not technically habitable, well, colonizable anyway. It's like we got the Husko Confederacy, who are fanatic xenophile pacifists. We've got some friends in the world. Granted, we're militarists and they're pacifists, but I think we can get along. Greetings from the Husko Confederacy. We're a democratic nation committed to upholding the individual freedoms of our citizens regardless of their species. Our elected leader, President Inuk Katika, hopes for a long and fruitful relationship with your people. Cooperation will benefit us all, my friends. We have no desire to attack you for any reason at all. If we can be friends, then we can be friends. If we can work together, we can work together. And if we can, strive to spread the values of democracy and personal freedoms throughout the galaxy, however that has to be done, then we shall endeavor to work towards those goals together through peace and prosperity for both our peoples. There you go. I think that sounded diplomatic enough, didn't it? Let's take our science ship and let's do this. Let's find out who those guys are, and then we'll go and get that after. These guys, they're going to be a little far away. I don't know if I necessarily want to drop down a frontier outpost just to get them in right away. On the other hand, who knows how long it's going to take them to actually get to, like, space. So, you know what I mean by space, right? Not just, like, the orbit of their worlds, but, space proper. Where we're at. So, we'll see how that goes. But we certainly need to find out more about them. And in fact, I wouldn't mind doing that right away. Just because the more we know, the better it'll be for everybody. So our fleet is coming along nicely. What I think I'm going to want to do is probably a Fahrenheit class. Come on, Celsius for life, man. Let's get a Shrike class Corvette building. And indeed, let's take a look at what it is we're rolling. Probably just the stock Interceptor core, 3 small level 1 mass drivers, and everything else. That's perfectly fine. I'm A-okay with my fleet makeup the way it is. We haven't encountered any enclaves yet, I don't believe. Nope, no enclaves. Just the Technosphere, which, honestly, that sounds like a great nightclub. Where are you guys going tonight? Oh, we're going to the Technosphere. It's going to be balls to the wall crazy. Right? Oh. Let's check on Earth. We've encountered some form of alien vessels in Barnard star system. These strange objects have been flagged Jabberwocks. And they're very evil. What are the Jabberwocks? They are thingies. Amoebas. There we go. I think that's what they are. We've detected the presence of a civilization on Leafy in the Bivrom system. They appear to be in the early space age, as evidenced by their many primitive satellites orbiting their homeworld. Their nation-states are on the path towards joining together in a global government, and it is likely only a matter of time before they venture beyond their world and join the galactic community. So let's check out Leafy. What kind of people are these? They are agrarian, individualist pacifists. Now, the imperialist in me. Go join up that fleet. And let's go for research station, mining station. We're gonna need some power. Thankfully, we've got that coming along, but we should also clear that out. And I may leave that be for now. 55% is nowhere near enough for us to actually want to focus on researching that just yet. I'll probably slide this guy over here so we can, double our power production. And then slap another one down when we need to. Our food should be doing A-okay. Well, I say A-okay. Engineering facility done. Let's just we can keep that going. I think army damage and minerals would be good. Although it's not going to be too long before we get ourselves boosted up with things. Let's see. Yeah, go here, because maybe there would be best. Something like that, right? Because the pirates are probably going to be focusing in on these. Yeah. I was saying something, but I forget what I was saying. I know, it's horrible, isn't it? You got one more order left, so after that, come to that system and survey all of those habitable worlds. Oh yeah, we did run into the pirates over there. Well, that's not going to be much of a threat, is it? We should be able to take care of that without too much concern. I mean, if each ship is, if each ship is 33.33 repeating in strength, we'll be able to get to 1,000 in no time. Although I am kind of thinking maybe it would have been best to research mass drivers level 2. We'll see. We're receiving a transmission from the Interstellar Gargaxton hierarchy. We got here xenophobic collectivists. I speak on behalf of the Interstellar Gargaxton hierarchy, and I come with a message for your depraved species. As long as you stay out of our internal affairs and treat our great leader, Emperor Lubramex I, with reverence, there may yet be peace between our nations. Well, we know you're not going to like us, so we're not going to be held back. And I know for a fact you live on an alpine world, which isn't going to be all that useful to us. But that's fine. I say we declare a rivalry because we could use the influence, and that should also have our borders closed to them. Right? Yeah, borders are always closed towards rivals. That's good. And they should rival us back, which is good, so we'll be working on getting our influence up as quick as we possibly can. Oh, the wary attitude. Well, that'll go away. In fact, you know what? Let's talk for a minute here. Well, I don't really have much to offer you. But we're doing good. You and me, we can make things work. What do we got? Research speed 5% done. That's lovely. I would suggest now we should probably go with Power Hub, just to make sure our power infrastructure is up. We've picked up a signal. It originates from the titanic metallic sphere we encountered earlier. Previously impervious to contact attempts, it now sends out a rhythmic pulse of radio waves, pointed towards the black hole it orbits. What it's doing is beyond any of our staff, but this signal might have created an opening into the sphere for our scientists to exploit. Fascinating. Once Captain Erickson is done here, we will go and do that thing in Gargantua and start working on the Infinity Sphere. Because that should be pretty darn exciting.
Research complete.
And we've got our colony ship done, which is awesome possum. Probably, let's just go with growth time, because I mean, that'll be a good thing to do. Now, what do you... A scientist skill 3 or higher. We're not quite there yet. What were you guys? I don't remember. Okay, well, let's go with Jabberwocks, Hobgoblins, and Griffins. We'll do that in reverse order. Because I know the Griffins are the space whales. The Hobgoblins are probably something over here. And then I'm guessing that's the Jabberwocks there. I could be wrong, but there's really no way for me to be sure, which is fine. We are building that mining station, right? Good. Let's go back to Earth. We got that opened up. We'll slap you there. We might as well get you upgraded to a research facility for engineering. And 1 more food. So let's clear that. Tiffin 2A's surface appears heavily pockmarked, which is not unusual. What is unusual is the regular shape of the scars, irregularly distributed. This is unlikely to be the result of meteorite impacts. We'll leave it be for now, because you're not quite at the level where I want you to go through and... Oh, those are the Jabberwocks. Right. We'll get that sorted. Oh, well, we don't have enough minerals for a colony ship. I've been too busy building up space stations and things of that nature. But, yeah, we will get a colony ship once we get 350 minerals, and I think we'll go for Sirius. Right? Let's see. Where would we want to put our capital? My gut's telling me here. We won't have a power hub, but we can always sacrifice 1 mineral for the power hub. Just so we could get power production off those 2, possibly 3, and then mining production off those 2, possibly 3. Would that be the best way to do it? I'll mull that over. We might go for Alpha Centauri instead, because that's just such a great spot for a colony capital for the adjacency bonuses, and then we could even slap down a mineral silo there to assist with the processing facility, maybe? Will that... well, we got more food there. Yeah, I think that'll be the best. We'll figure it out once we get there. The Doolittle definitely needs to do something. You are a level 3. Oh my god. We'll survey the system and then research the projects. That's so exciting. And then we got some good systems here. Tiffin 2 with some decent physics research going on there. That's not bad at all. And other research as well. But I mean, talk about a physics planet, am I right? And then we got... Tiffin 2A. So the moon of Tiffin 2 is also habitable and is also not looking like a bad spot either. We'd be able to certainly keep them all fed. And then the Arctic world we're not even going to bother about with their crazy hostile fauna and cold weather. But yeah, that's looking pretty good too. Fairly far away. We're going to need to grow a bit before we can actually colonize there, but you know, that's what the future holds. The entities encountered by our fleet some time ago are new, wondrous forms of spaceborne life, quickly named Space Amoeba following an analyst's gross misreading of internal... You know what? They're not amoebas. We'll issue a special project.
Updated.
Even though, yes, we are militarists.
Construction complete.
We'll deal with that later. We got the mining stations all done on Alpha Centauri. That is good news. I'm going to send our construction ship back to Sol. Just move here. We don't need to build a frontier outpost there yet. But hopefully the space pirates will show up sooner than later so we can get our fleets actually operating against them. Good, we've got Gargantua done. And if I remember correctly, researching this is going to take a very long time, but it's going to be worth it. I'm definitely going to want to do all I can to get this within our borders soon. We don't have a lot of habitable worlds, you know, in between Sirius and Tiffin, so we'll probably need a frontier outpost, say, there. But that's okay. We'll make do. As we always do. Well, as things slowly progress and we just sit back and wait to build up things, I don't know. I don't know much to talk about. All the changes in the game are exciting. Oh, for those looking for a Star Trek New Horizons Let's Play, there will be one coming at some point. But before I move on to doing total conversion mods, I really wouldn't mind getting an actual real playthrough of this game done. So, you know, we'll be doing Star Trek New Horizons soon, provided I can actually finish this game. It'll come after this, but it's just, you know, I just want to do a normal game first. It looks like these guys have plopped down their first frontier outpost. No doubt causing concern to some of these guys. And I think as their wary attitude drops away, just as we sit here and they're like, oh, you know what, these humans aren't bad people. Hopefully, we'll get to work making friends with them. If they stay small and they're pacifists, so theoretically they should stay small, we might even have a vassal in the future. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself or anything, but there's definitely the potential for it. The vessels we have come across in certain systems are definitely capable of receiving and transmitting standard communication protocols. Visual indicators points to their culture being largely spaceborne, and some phenotypes observed among them match no known planet-dwelling civilizations. Well, we only know 2 other planet-borne civilizations, so that's not really that big of a surprise. Unfortunately, their crews are completely uninterested in civil discourse. What little we've been able to glean from intercepting inter-fleet communications indicate that they are primarily subsist on piracy, occasionally recruiting fringe elements of spacefaring civilizations to their cause. Well, we shall have to show those pirates what's what, shall we? Indeed we shall. Let's get a space colony ship on the go. And then once that's done, we can get, well, we can probably build a power plant now, so let's do it. Indeed. And taking a look at Earth, we've got enough mines on this planet that we will actually also want to get a mineral processing facility on the planet as well, which is rare for me. But that's just good news, because obviously then Earth is going to be able to produce far more in the way of things. And we want Earth to produce all of the things, obviously. Why wouldn't we, right? Still 32, so we will let you advance yourself. Hopefully the Gargantua, or the freaking Infinity Orb here, or whatever it's called, the Infinity Machine.
Special project complete.
Speak of the devil. The metallic orb has been opened up. Our hacking team has been able to use the outgoing signal as a gateway into one of the auxiliary CPUs of the sphere. We're receiving some data from it and can tell that it's been scanning the black hole Gargantua for a very long time. It is old. Very old. The constant calculator now lies within our grasp of understanding. If we push harder, we might find out what it's doing here and who built it. What marvels might it contain? We can contact the main processor unit, we can hack the main hard drive and just take everything, or we can just blow it up. I think we'll go for the peaceful route. While stealing information from it could be good, considering its age and our lack of understanding, who knows what kind of weapons it might have? I don't necessarily want to anger it. And considering its age, I don't want to blow it up either. I want to see if we can communicate, so let's contact the main processor unit. Hello. Nice to meet you. Hello. It is quite enjoyable to pass the time with pleasantries, is it not? We hope the rest of your kind is not like you... We hope the rest of your kind is not like you were when you did not take kindly to small talk. You see, we don't get to enjoy conversation much anymore. Few are well versed enough in the finer points of quantum programming to reach us, so thank you. We are the Infinity Machine, your words, not ours. Or has that not happened yet? Either way, it will eventually. Trust us. What are you? We wish to know your purposes. This statement is false. It's a bold claim. Can we assist in your research and good luck with your calculations? Well, what are you? We are what we are, the ones who calculate. You call us the Infinity Machine, or will at least. 'Tis not a truthful name, but it is well suited to highlighting the ingenuity of our design. We will tell you our history now, as we've done many times before. Oh, right, we need to convey it in words. That's new. Or is it? It's hard to keep track of you all. We were constructed, in the crudest sense of the word, in order to solve a problem. Well, we solved it. And then we needed more problems to solve. We now only have one left. Well, we wish to know your purpose here. We are calculating infinity. No more, no less. Or actually, it is way more and way less. That's the problem right there. We understand that your manner of life form won't understand. But that's all right. You never will, and we apologize. Or maybe we will do, eventually. We are here to solve the infinity conundrum, the last calculation to ever be, the lone problem to take hold of our processors far more than a fraction of a galactic year. In case you haven't discovered that calendar yet, it is a very long time. For your kind, that is. Well, can we assist in your research? Perhaps? We could finish about 7.5 to 10 to the whatever 9%. If we could borrow your most advanced processing unit as well as your brightest minds, we would be satisfied in finishing faster. We wish to know the answer. Well, we will absolutely allocate the resources to you. You already did. Or maybe that was the ones who came before. It matters not. The task will finish. We are excited. So, we got something to do. Understanding infinity, obviously we're going to need a level 5 scientist. And we don't have a level 5 scientist. So we shall get a level 5 scientist. There's not much else around here that I want to investigate. So let's head on back to Barnard Star. Figure out what's going on in the areas within our, galactic borders. And then push out. We'll get Alpha Centauri colonized. And get what's his name? Erickson here up to level 5, which will be good. And then we can help out the Infinity Machine, which should be just even better. I'm at a loss for words. Let's go with my ion thrusters. Although maybe, hold on, mining network 2. Let's get that, because that might lead us to mineral processing facilities slightly faster. Which really is something we need to do. And we got the spare minerals. So let's get ourselves, what are we at? 4, 5, 6, 2 more Corvettes. Power hub level 1. We'll get some solar panel networks going so we can get some energy off of our space stations. And we will replace you with power hub. Can't do it. 127 minerals. Well, we'll get there soon enough. The spaceborne life forms, which the human head of society research has come to refer as Tiyanki, are docile creatures. Yay! Hunting them would be a net loss. And we've got some frequency tuning stuff to do. So that's good. What does that do anyway? Let's see. We have no temporary modifiers, but we should have some permanent modifiers, should we not? Did we not just get that? Maybe we didn't. Maybe it shows up here. Nope. Well, we got something from that, and something's better than nothing. Oh, well, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. That is a good thing to come across. We've got the TRS Canada ready to land. Well, that's nice. We will take the colonists and plop them down right there. Alpha Centauri Prime, I don't think so. This planet is very fitting of the Terra Nova name. Oh, energy production falling. That's fine. We don't have to worry about that in the slightest. We do have to worry about food, and we will obviously worry about food. We'll get them up and build some farms, and then we should be good for a little while longer. Food-wise, that is. We've got our fleets coming together. No, don't evade. They're not going to do anything. Especially since you've just got those 2 planets left to cover. But yeah, these guys should just be warping out because they're moving to Grunthurst.
Construction complete.
Excellent. We've got our fleet up to 6 Corvettes, which should be good enough to deal with those little pirate pop-ups that I think should still be coming. I mean, I'm not entirely certain that they will be, but they should be. I don't think those got disabled. Our colony ship is gently touched down at the mouth of a large river delta on one of the several continents that can be found on Terra Nova. This temperate, forested region will serve as an ideal first landing site. It's a glorious day for the Terran Republic. And, indeed, the galaxy. No, actually, let's go over here, because what I would like to do is take the fleet and just, have them dock up with Terra Nova here. It looks like we've still got our science station above. That'll probably go away once we actually physically colonize Terra Nova, and that's fine. Because, obviously, we'll get that physics research recovered on the planet. Because we got some physics research there. Not a lot of physics research, mind you. Not a lot of research in general. I think Sirius is the better one for that. Well, Sirius is slightly better for well, actually it isn't. It's got some engineering. But yes, it was over in Tiffin, where we want to eventually push ourselves. And indeed, that might wind up being a good sector capital system, considering we've got 2 ocean worlds over here, although that's not necessarily going to be the best colony. It is a potential. Look at that! So, you're wary of us, you're rivaled with them, so how about a non-aggression pact between the 2 of us? And indeed, a defensive pact, sure, why not? And we're not xenophobes, we're xenophiles. We might even want to go for a migration treaty. We're making 2.3 influence a month, so we're not losing too much. That's really it? I mean, I like the research, but I was hoping for maybe a little bit more. We're kind of not doing well as far as extraplanetary resources go. But we might as well... we should probably get the research, actually. And we will get the research.
Incoming transmission.
What do we got? You want? Yeah, sure, let's do it. I'm sure this means a ton of humans will decide that Earth is no longer holding sway for them, and they would much rather go to Hulug. But we won't let them go. Well, they're free to do whatever they wish. I hope they stay on Earth. Earth is a fine planet with many benefits for humans. Not the least of which we evolved to live on that planet, so it'll suit us much better than Hulug, which is probably not going to be the world's greatest planet for us to live on. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I'm sure the Husko are fine people, and I'm sure their world is absolutely lovely. I would just prefer for my humans to stay. There we go, I was waiting for this. Naval intelligence has reported several attacks on civilian shipping in our space within the last several months. The perpetrators appear to be deserters and other renegade elements from Earth. The criminals have put together a makeshift space fleet out of heavily modified civilian vessels, and they now call themselves the Black Flotilla. Although crude, their vessels are a clear threat that can no longer be ignored. Now, they should be coming for Alpha Centauri then. I hope they don't go to Pash, because I'd rather not lose any of the research stations that we're going to be building there, and indeed that we have almost completed there.
Colony established.
We've established the colony of Terra Nova.
Hostile fleet detected.
Excellent. Now, where are you guys headed? They are headed to Alpha Centauri, which is great. We'll take the first fleet and sort of come over in this direction, and we should probably get ourselves an admiral. So what do we got? Fire rate, evasion, and fire rate. I think we'll go with Admiral Saldana here because he's the youngest. So there you go, Admiral. Congratulations on your command. Don't, why, if you're going to flee, flee away from the enemy. Don't flee towards them. These guys are still headed to Alpha Centauri, right? Good. We'll be able to intercept them before they get anywhere near
Hostile fleet engaged.
our planets. There are signs of activity. You should research that right away. And let's slow this down to speed 1 so we can enjoy the first fleet kicking some pirate ass. I don't think we're going to take any losses here. I mean, now that I've said that, we will. But one more. There we go. Oh, wait, no, we're still fighting them. Well, we shouldn't have any problems defeating that ship, and indeed we don't. That's good news. So the first thing we're going to do is send these guys back to Earth to repair. Obviously, we don't want to send a damaged fleet out to do any of the fighting. Where's our science ship? Our science ship is over here. After that, we're going to send you... Well, maybe not. Well, you're going to do that anyway, but I guess we don't have any debris to research. It looks like we should. There's some debris there to take a look at, but maybe not. Once our fleet gets repaired, we know that they landed in Pash. So they've got to be coming from somewhere out here. And so we will push out and see what we can find somewhere out there. Debris from what must have been a massive orbital installation has been discovered among Procyon 5A. Artifacts recovered amongst the debris have confirmed that the space station served as the headquarters of the Assyrian Concordat's Authority of Disease Control some 1.2 million years ago. The Assyrians were far more susceptible to alien diseases than most known species, and the budget of their public health institute nearly rivaled that of their military. Despite this, surviving records show that the entire species perished from the Jovian pox. So what we will want to do, can we actually research that? Skill 5. Felix is going to have a full dance card once he becomes the world's greatest scientific captain. But until he becomes the world's greatest scientific captain, he's got some work to do. That construction ship should almost be done.
Construction complete.
Now let's go over to Barnard Star because we could use the minerals. Let's take a look at Earth. What do we got going? We're almost done there, so we might as well slap down a hydroponics farm. And then, probably the bio research. We don't have a lot of bio research or society research, whatever you want to call it. We don't have a lot of it, so we will get a lot of it soon. And our fleet is gonna take a little while, but she's slowly repairing. You know, that's good. Do we actually have shields on these things? Why is that? I don't think we have shields. I'm wondering why we've got our shield bar filled up. Maybe that just fills up all the time, and if you don't have shields, it's just, you know, falls away fairly quickly. I don't know. That could be. That seems relatively legitimate.
Research complete.
Oh good, more research. Mining Network 2 done, so we might as well get the mineral processing facility up and running. We'll have that research finished off. And then instead of going to Alpha Centauri, because that's a little bit useless.
System survey.
Beautiful.
complete.
We will have you go there instead, because we're not going to get that done. We're not going to get that done. We need you to discover more things. And I suppose we could do to get a few more ships in the fleet as well. We're barely below 50% fleet capacity. So maybe we'll do that. No, first what I want to do is get a power hub. That's going to be the best use of our minerals. Alright, Grand Admiral Randolph Burnside has been re-elected. That's good news. We'll get 2 more Shrikes. That is what they are, right? Shrikes. Excellent. 2 more Shrikes, and we'll start hunting down that pirate base. Because I would imagine that they're going to be producing a couple more pirate ships to send up, probably against Pash, before anything else exciting happens. We're going to be growing nicely here. We're going to have definitely enough food to support the growing of the rest of the colony. So that's good. What is this? Oh yeah, we know. Thank you. We can definitely get rid of that. And where's our constructor? Our constructor's almost done in Barnard Star. Then we'll go for Procyon and get that engineering research going as well. Or maybe it would be better to land on Sirius. It might be better to get another colony ship going sooner than later. So, yeah, because we definitely want to grow that direction. There doesn't seem to be anyone down here, so that might be our best bet. Regardless, I think we've gone on for long enough, so let's give this a good old-fashioned save. We'll call this for real this time. Give it a save. And thumbs up if you have enjoyed today's episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.